Anybody that knows me knows I love my boxing. All right, I'm a fan of the sport. Anytime I get an opportunity to promote the sport, I'm going to take advantage of it. And I really, really appreciate when cats show up, particularly for big fights, and show their brilliance. I don't like choke artists. I don't like people who are elite and then the moment arrives and then you can't find them, okay? I like cats that show you who they are.
StephenASmith called out Shakur Stevenson after new claims surfaced about the fight with Devin Haney not happening. The situation got more attention after Haney shared a private message that he says shows Shakur was not serious about making the fight. Now many fans and people in boxing are debating whether Stevenson really wanted the matchup or not. As the talk continues to grow, the leaked message has brought even more criticism and questions around Shakur and the reason the fight still has not happened.
The fight either or. I think any of these guys get in front of me, they got a lot to deal with.
Who are you here with? Are these people? Who's your manager? I know you got your brother.
My manager is Jay Prince. He's not here.
Jay Prince is not here. Let me tell you something right now. I don't like your answers.
Bill Haney has added to the talk around a possible fight that is getting more attention, with focus now shifting to how upcoming fights and business decisions could shape what happens next. It is suggested that different matchups in the division could either slow down or speed up talks for this fight, depending on results and timing. At the same time, there are questions about whether Shakur needs to move up in weight only after he gets bigger and stronger, which some people see as part of a long-term plan. While rumors about deals and negotiations are still circulating, it is also said that talks may already be underway behind the scenes. Overall, nothing is confirmed yet, and the situation is still open.
Sean Davis having an opportunity to derail the plans, that might incentivize Shakur to sign the deal.
Right.
Maybe not.
I mean, what are your thoughts on, because I know that Jay Prince said that once Shakur gets bigger and stronger, then he'll be, ready to move up and fight Devin. Can you clarify if you've been in negotiations? Have y'all been approached to sign with Zuffa? Have y'all been offered a deal with Zuffa, or is it Zuffa or Zuffa?
Well, what I can say that it's a fight on the table for Devin and Shakur with that group.
Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney fight will happen anytime soon. After Bill Haney spoke on stream last night, it became clear that both sides may struggle to agree on the weight for the fight. While fans are still pushing to see the matchup, the weight issue now appears to be one of the biggest problems holding it back.
So Bill, you trying to say you want that next? Your son versus Shakur Stevenson next? That's what you want?
Absolutely.
All right, would you take it at 144 though, Bill? Would y'all take that at 144?
No, we won't take it at no 144.
All right, what about 147 with a rehydration? Would you take that?
No.
Oh, it's there. So I don't see how I don't feel like y'all gonna...
Fans are reacting to it. For example, this fan said, Bill wants every advantage he can get against Shakur. Another fan said, y'all are going to have to let that go. In my opinion, Haney has maybe 2 fights max at welterweight left, and then he's jumping up again in weight. Stevenson moving up to a 5th weight class in such a short span would have to be considered a silly move, even with a rehydration clause. Since the Shakur-Stevenson fight doesn't seem likely to happen right now, Bill Haney is already talking about other big options for Devin. He made it clear that Team Haney is not sitting around waiting and said they want names like Jiren Ennis, Sebastian Fondora, and Virgil Ortiz at 147. That statement shows that Devin's side is looking toward bigger challenges at welterweight if the Shakur fight cannot be made.
Zayas is big and a tough guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also said Virgil Ortiz is very dangerous. And that don't think of that other big tall dude, he's just a freak, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Fondora.
He's the Wimby of boxing. It doesn't mean that he can't be beat, but it's an extremely tall task. So when I say that we're definitely looking at them, you know what I'm saying? We'll fight any of them at 147. But of course, we like the way that Xander looked, you know what I'm saying? And now we're going to look at him with him in boots.
A fan tweeted, Shakur Stevenson, man, you are down bad. So y'all tossed Keshin at Devin so you wouldn't have to fight him. Stinking down to 140 for an advantage. No shame at all. Meanwhile, One of the main reasons Shakur Stevenson gave for not moving forward with a fight against Devin Haney was the financial side of the deal. According to Stevenson, the money being offered did not match the size of the matchup, especially considering the level of attention the fight would bring. He also suggested that the proposed amount was lower than what he had earned in several of his recent fights, making the offer difficult to accept. As a result, the discussion around the fight quickly shifted from competition inside the ring to disagreements over business and fighter pay.
Devin is not fighting because of Devin. Devin and them had they little situation that they try to throw out there, some little chump change. They want.
What's chump change? Is it a percentage?
Yeah, chump change is. I'll tell you exactly what it is. They offered me less than I made in my last 3 fights for supposedly the biggest fight of my career.
X amount of money this fight, then I made X amount of money this fight, then I made X amount of money this fight, and then now I'm supposed to be fighting, this supposed to be a big fight, but y'all trying to give me less than what I made in them 3 fights?
I fought Yoshi.
Fans are reacting to Shakur ducking Devin. For example, this fan said, "Shakur a little boy. Most immature out of all these guys, if we being honest. Taking shirt off and sending a call-out video to Mayweather for Tank, saying he won't fight Devin at 147, but will fight Conor. Said there was never a 135 offer from Devin, then got exposed by Bernie." Another fan said, "Shakur scared of Devin, but his fans will tell you otherwise." Then another fan said this, "Buddy been spoiled his whole life. Ain't never been through in the real world. You can tell the way he act like a little princess bitch." Then during a podcast appearance, Shakur Stevenson spoke confidently about a potential future fight with Devin Haney, making it clear that he believes he has the edge in every area of boxing. While discussing the possibility of the matchup happening down the line, Stevenson also touched on the conditions under which he would want the fight to take place, including weight-related terms and rehydration discussions. As the conversation continued, he explained that some of his current demands are based on situations and standards that were previously used against him. In the end, Stevenson suggested that he is simply giving back the same treatment he once received.
Better than him, like, at everything when it comes to boxing.
So will that fight ever happen?
It probably will, but I told them, and this is what I told everybody at 147 pounds. Only way I'm fighting at 147 if it's a 10-pound rehydration, and that's what he did his last fight with Chris Eubank. They fought in England, and he had a 10-pound rehydration because the guy was way bigger than him, so I'm just returning the favor.
Oh, okay.
A fan tweeted, "Rosson fans need to move on. I told y'all 3 years ago the best shot of Shakur versus Devin was at 135. That fight is gone. By the time Shakur grow into 147, Devin will be gone." Then Shakur replied to a fan's tweet saying, "I could fight anybody on the planet and make a bag now. Ain't that some? You want to be my next opponent?" In another interview, Shakur pushed back against the idea that there are certain fighters fans are waiting to see him face, making it clear that he does not view the situation that way. When asked whether those major fights will eventually happen, Stevenson explained that he is willing to fight anyone on any night, but believes real action has to come through direct interest in serious negotiations. He also pointed toward the situation with Devin Haney, suggesting that most of the conversation has stayed at the level of public talk rather than meaningful business discussions. In his view, real fights get made through negotiations, not just headlines.
All of fights, boxing fans, myself included, have been wanting to see. Drop a couple of names, one of them being like Gervonta Tank Davis, another one Devin Haney. There was like talk
that wasn't true.
Not true, but it got people excited because that's one of the fights that we would love to see as boxing fans. So my question is, before, I know you're still early on in, like, you've still got a couple more years ahead in your career. Could we see these fights being made?
I've been said like 1,000 times, I'm with fighting all of these guys. Like, I would love to fight any of them at any given time. But that's on these guys. Come to the table and say they want to fight and make it make sense. I feel like even with the talks, right, with the Devin Haney situation, I feel like the talk started from Team Haney, but it never was a real like negotiation or reach out, let's talk about this. It never was that kind of like thing. So, but for me personally, I just feel like I'm willing to fight any and everybody. Anybody you name, they want to rumble. I'm different under them lights. I'm not the same guy that they talk about under them lights. So